Greetings, YouTube. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We're back. As promised. First things first. Get another beverage here. Alright. Orange soda. Everyone thinks every time I'm popping open a beer, but it's not. It's orange soda. I promise you. It's orange soda zero, and it's Dr. Pepper zero. Every time. Alright, so let's see what we want to do here. So I say we build our sheds first. Let's get that process rolling. So there's the farm as it is right now. I think building these sheds down south down here on this lot would be the best idea. I've got some different sheds. You know which ones I want to build. I want to build these down here at the bottom. I got these nice big ones that we can fit just about anything in. That one right there. Got these, I think. These are the ones that just came out. Yeah, so that's a nice big shop area. I could see us building that in the middle. Probably need to go down there and move that thing out of the way. Yeah, I could see us building this one, and this could be like the central shop for different things. So, and it's actually, that's made by the same guy. That's made by Akis. So, let me go tab down to that gator and move that. Kind of park it at the entrance down here. Alright. So let's build one of those things. Turn my snapping on. There we go. Which way do we want this to face? Question is, where are the doors at? So we don't block any of the doors. Okay, there's no doors on the back. There's a little person door. No doors on this side. Looks like all the garage doors are probably going to be up here in the front and over here on this side. So I say maybe build it back towards this way. Can you get in there with the fence in? Yes. And I guess we could get rid of the fence maybe. It lights up, but I don't know about the gate. I don't think the gate lights up. I think you can only kind of change the fence. So we'll just keep it as it is though. This is how Stevie put it in, so that's how we'll keep it. Let's see. You know what? I kind of just want to put this in the center. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of put it right in the center there. Now, can I change the stuff on it like everything else? I can change the color of it. So I guess, you know, we'll stick with that, that green. Like at the farm up there. What does that change? So that changes the roof. So that just makes, okay, that makes the roof and like the skirt and trim that color. I kind of like that. That can work. So I don't think you can change the other stuff. Okay. So that's what we'll do there. Maybe back a little bit. We'll leave enough room to drive around so you can drive around the backside. Let's go with that. All right. We built a shed. Let's go take a look at this. I haven't been in this thing yet. Welcome in. Welcome. Well, this is actually pretty nice. We got a grill out front. A mailbox. We can go in here. Got a little workshop. Plenty of space to park some stuff. Little lean-to back in here. What's the question mark? What does that do? That's the repair symbol. America. What does the question mark do? Nothing's changing. Oh. So that's for the flag. So I guess if you're not in America, you could turn that off. We'll leave it on. Oh, show. Alright, let's go in there. Ooh, this is nice. Depending on what kind of day you're having, if you just need to get hydrated, you can drink your bottle of water. Or if you really need to, you know, relax, there's that other way. So, a little office thing over there, a little locker. Alright. I like it. You can park stuff in the front there. We got something there. What is that? Oh, is that like a fuel storage thing? Can we put fuel in there? Let me grab the gator tank here. I don't know if you can actually put some in there. Okay, you can buy it. Can you not dump any in there? Well, yeah, you can. You have to back like right up against it. Great. It took it all. I don't know how much that holds, but it took it all. So I guess we could put more in there. All right. So I still think we need the bigger sheds. So we'll build a couple of those. So it's this one right here. We've done this one before. I think I'm just going to put them kind of in the corners. No doors on the back. or this side, so just gonna line it right up with the asphalt there. Let's see, this one we can do solar panels on, and we can change the color. Say we make it match. Did that overlap that away? These are always very difficult to see where they overlap and where they don't. That's okay, so I'll do that right there. Alright, now we'll just build the same one over yonder here. Alright, check those and make sure those will work. Pretty sure they will. Yeah, looks good to me. Got plenty of room to pull equipment in there. These buildings pretty much match as far as the colors go. Alright, looks good to me. So I think we're good to go on buildings and storage. So we need to get some new equipment. I think it's about time to upgrade our combines. So we will upgrade our combines. Right now we're using the Stevie smaller ones, the 7150 and the S7. I think we'll just go ahead and pull the trigger and buy the big ones. I'll head up to the shop here. Go ahead and refill this thing while I'm driving by the farm. We got a lot of grass and straw bales out there. Really just grass bales here and around this big field down south here, and then a couple of fields of straw bales to pick up over on the east side. Is that thing still doing that? So before we head up to the shop, I'm going to call the shop and say, have them come pick up our old equipment here. Let's see. So we're going to we'll keep our root crop harvesters. Actually, I need to buy back the yellow one. We will sell the 7150 back. I'm going to keep the corn headers. I want to sell this. So we'll repair, repaint, sell that. Okay. We'll keep the corn headers there. Sell the old S7 back. Repair, repaint. Okay. And we already have a sugar beet header. And then we have the vegetable header. Just made that orange. And then we'll need a dedicated potato header. I'll have to buy that back. I'll put that on the yellow one. So let me go sell these grain headers out back. These are the smaller grain headers here. These are 14.5. I think we're going to go up to the 16-meter headers. Doesn't it look nice? It's all cleaned up. I still got to bush hog out the little bushes on the sides here, but all the trees, got most of them cleared out of there. I think I'm going to keep that row of trees going down that road up there, though, because I don't want to plow under that road. We'll keep these fields separate. Alright, Fuzzy, you ready to drive some new things? Whoa, whoa. Alright, made it to the shop. Let's buy some equipment. Do you have any pressure washers for cleaning equipment? We have one at the farm, but I will need to put a new one in down there down south where we built the sheds at. I'll put one in down there. I don't think there's one already in there with that thing, but all right. So let's start with the combines, I guess. So the first one we need is going to be that one right there. Definitely put the extra horsepower on it. I don't think that changes anything other than the horsepower. It doesn't change the speed of it. Yeah, literally it just changes the horsepower. You get what, 600 and something versus 776. So yeah, we'll do Michelin's on it. Definitely do the US version. Change the pipe design. Put the longer one on there. That's the longest pipe you can put on the X9, by the way. We will upgrade that capacity. We'll keep the John Deere green and we'll take the plate off of it. Alright, so we'll get that. Okay, don't drive anything away yet, Fuzzy. We've got to get the headers for them. All right, we need big red. Michelin's. Change that over. We'll just go ahead and change that over to that. We have tracks on the deer. Might as well just go ahead and do tracks on there. Upgrade the capacity. Do the long pipe. And take the plate off. Okay. I gotta get the headers for these. Let's get the yellow one. Is that it? That's it right there. Oh, that's changing that. Okay, upgrade the capacity. Do the long pipe. No plate. Alright, let's go get the green headers for these. I need to get, actually, let me pick up a corn header for that one first, for the yellow one. I think we'll just stick with the 12 meter. Double PTO and whatever color matches the New Holland yellow. Actually, there's a New Holland yellow right there. So we'll go with that. Green hitters. We'll do a MacDon. Yes. These are going down to the new sheds down there. You can just put these harvesters in the far western corner shed. And we want to go with the 16 meter for everything here. Transport wheels. MacDon. US. Work lights. Main color. Gonna need a green one. Secondary color. Here's the deer. New Holland yellow. New Holland blue. There's the New Holland one. Case IH. And then we'll do silver. Alright. We got our combines. If you'll swing by the farm, Fuzzy, and pick up the corn header for the deer, and then whoever gets the case, we'll have to swing by the farm and pick up the red corn header for the case. Tell you what, I'll grab the red one, and I'll just follow you. Where did that other header go? Is it back there? Can I see it? Yeah, I see it. All right, lead the way, Fuzzy. We'll be good on our crop harvesters. We'll need to buy some more tractors. Oh, Nelly. No, flip back over. Oh. Should be right in this shed there. I think you're first. That dealer just became your new best friend. I think Fuzzy's typing. Yeah, because these grass fields are not going to be our grass fields anymore. We need to we'll get the bales picked up out of them. And then there's enough grass around all the fields that we own now that we can just get grass from those until we can get a field sown, which I think I know where I want to put the grass field and the alfalfa field kind of near up there. So Well, there's a car. Hopefully we can fit through this gate with these. I think we can. I say just pull them straight in there for right now, as long as we get them in the dry before this rain hits, and then I can just come back and organize them however we want to do them. I'm just going to pull these straight in like so. Alright. Get the New Holland. Buy some tractors here. I like this setup because the header sizes all match. So your corn headers with this header pack that we've got, you can set it to, you can buy a 12 meter corn header that matches the deer 12 meter. And then all of the headers will be 16 meters. So that's still bigger than the in-game header. But you keep them all the same size, and then you can kind of set your GPSs to work together a little better when you're working out there when it's time to harvest. So, like you're using the same machine, but not quite, just the same size headers. And then tractors we'll put in the other shed on the east end. That's where we'll put all of our tractors at. And then the center building, that's where the unique vehicles will go. So we're going to get probably the MacDon merger. We're going to get the Krone mower. Anything else that might be unique, like a sprayer or something like that, put all that in there. Oh man, there's a save. Does the header size matter with your planter or seeder? Should they be the same? No, they never will be the same. I don't think there's... It would just be coincidence if your planter size in here was the same as, you know, that down there. Alright. Fuzzy left his lights on. Alright, are the doors clear? Good night, Combines. We'll see you. Alright, I'm actually going to leave that open because we're going to put the the root crop harvesters in here too. So let me tab back up to the shop. Need to buy the yellow one back. Let's see, we made those 1,000,000, didn't we? Main color, we want to go back with the yellow. I'm just going to go with JCB yellow because I think the John Deere yellow is just too bright. We'll give it that faded New Holland yellow look. And actually, no, those need to be white. Okay. That I need to buy the potato header for that. That one right there. And what color are we gonna make our tater header? I say we make it brown. No, don't lease it. Alright, Fuzzy, if you want to grab the other root crop harvesters, the two that are in the shed at the farm there. I'll grab this one and take it down. So let me go over the checklist one more time. I've got the orange header, which is the vegetable harvester. I've got the potato header on this. And then we've got the whitish, I think it's actually a beige, whitish color header for the sugar beets. Is there anything else that we need? There's the potato one. There's the vegetable one. So that does carrots, parsnips, all that stuff. There's the sugar one we have, and then sugar cane was the other one. I think we're not going to do sugar cane with this type of header. If we decide to do sugar cane, that's fine, but we have a forage header that can do the sugar cane. So I'm not, you know, I'm fine doing the sugar beets now. I mean, we've got this. This has a better capacity on it anyway. So, oh, dude, I like that horn. And these should fit flush right there behind the other harvesters. I need to look at the new shed and see how I can fit the merger in there. Windrower merger, whatever you call that thing. Weird calling it the merger because I think of the Oxbow when I think of that. And then we do have a lot of plowing that we need to do, but I think we can probably get into April and take care of most of that. I want to see if they put anything in these other fields. Go for it, Fuzzy. Just right up against that side wall there, right inside the door. I would say just put it like flush right here. You may want to fold it up though. Actually, I think the headers come unfolded, so if you do that, you can fold those up and then you can make more space. That like right there. I gotta bring the cotton ones down there too. Fuzzy's got the veggie one. The Veggiesaurus, Rex. Veggiesaurus. Rex? Was her name Rex? What was her name? Lex. Veggiesaurus, Lex, Veggiesaurus. And if you'll grab, when you get done there, grab the other cotton picker, we'll move it down there. Cotton stripper, excuse me. Not a cotton picker, these are the cotton strippers. This might be the most organized this farm will ever be. But I kind of like doing it. I like getting it all set up and having places to keep. Goes back to what I was talking about earlier about, you know, having my truck parked in a garage now, not out in the weather. Putting all the equipment in and getting it out of the weather. Makes it last longer and makes it a lot more convenient. Park that other cotton stripper directly behind this one. One thing about this is if you remember this model from Farming Simulator 22, the header actually came off on the last one. This one, you could raise and lower the header back then. You can't raise and lower the header on this. Oh no, don't fold it. Don't unfold it. You can't raise and lower the header, so it's kind of built on there. You have to pick which size you want. All right. I need to bring this down too. Moving day. Really need to get that off at 6 miles an hour though. Moving day. It's moving day. I may put the forage harvesters put them. Let me see if I can fit them in this other building. They're kind of a unique harvester type, so. Whoa. I like to save that one for tractors. But we may have to put tractors in there or something, I don't know. Those are two separate doors. Look at that. Huh. What does that question mark do? Whoa. So you can get rid of that. If you see any question marks sitting around, let me know, because that's, you can customize some stuff there. That's pretty neat. I like that. I might have made it a switch on the wall though. There's the question mark out there, but yeah. Okay, so the forage harvesters. Yeah, I made for right now. I'm just going to put them over here. That could work. I think the dolly is what's kind of take the dolly off, and that would really make that easier to bring in here, and then we could pull it out that other way. Oh yeah, it totally clears these doors. We just drop the dolly for now. Then I can just pull these straight in. Plus we can put our silage additive up there on those things. Alright. So let's buy some more forage harvesters. How much money we got left? Alright, we got money. Forage harvesters. Forage harvesters. I'd say a New Holland one would be a good one. And it keeps with that branding tradition there. Let's do the wide tires. The only thing I wish I could change on this is those big red and white stripe warning signs. Wish I could do the just the triangle on the back, but you can't do that. All right, so we need a header for that one. And it doesn't show the corn headers for that. I know there's some New Holland ones in here. Yeah. Need the 9-meter. Okay. And I need a dolly for this thing too, aren't we? I could see us going, I guess with the Crone, there's not a Case IH forage harvester. So I guess we would probably just go with the Crone. Oh, you know what? That's the other thing we couldn't change on that New Holland was the pipe. I bet it would be okay though. Standard, long. Yeah, we'll just do long. 9 meter, yep. Yes, on this one you couldn't change the pipe on it. If I find a different one, I might go with a different one, but you can't change the pipe on that one. Can on the deers, though. You can change the pipes on those. Alright, we'll see if it works. Hopefully it'll work. Check back up on the chat here, stuff here. Okay. You guys are talking about microphones there. Alright, got a couple of forage harvesters up here. Yeah, I think that would work. I think that'll be okay. If not, we can always replace it with something else. You know what? Let me grab a couple of dollies real quick and we'll get the dollies too. While I'm thinking about it. Lizard. 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 That one. Lizard. Drawbar. Let's see, frame color. Do that. Cover color, that's if you have covers on the wheels. Support leg color. That's already, I think, the color we want, yeah. Rim colors. White on that one. Is that white? Oh, that's silver. There's white. Oh, is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, there's that one. And then I don't know what color the chrome one we should make it. We don't really have the chrome colors in here. I guess it would probably be closer to a Deutz. There's not a khaki though. Tell you what, for right now, we'll just make that. Keep. No, let's leave that as Deutz. We'll just leave the rim colors like that for right now. What color are the rims on there? They look silver. Yeah, it's like a khaki, kind of a khaki color, and then the Deutz color is pretty close, I think. It's a little light. We got anything darker? Not the John Deere. Fent Nature Green, maybe? And let me put silver rims on there. Wish road trains were real. Hey, that looks a lot better. Yeah, go with that, Fuzzy. That green is closer to that green, and the rims are closer to those rims. Perfect. You know what? The yellow? Maybe the John Deere yellow is better. That's the JCB yellow with this one. I'll need to change that probably on that thing down there. Yeah, that is closer to the New Holland yellow, isn't it? Not exactly right, but it's close. Morning, Tomcat. How's it going? What map? This is a river. No, not river. Ringwoods 4X by Stevie. We're playing this map, and I think. Well, no, John won't be playing this map today. I think he plays Ringwoods on Tuesdays and Thursdays over on his channel. Love your shopping spree. Yeah. Fuji said a while ago that we're making that dealer very happy. Very happy to see us coming. And we still got $46 million, so. Once we get this equipment all straightened out and done, we'll, you know what? I think I changed these back to Lizard. I meant to put those back on Michelin. I may have to change Fuzzies too. I might have left them on Lizard. I'll have to look at the other one. See what tires I've got on there. No, I guess those are lizards. So we got some forage harvesters now. Let's head back up to the shop. I can find the shop. There it is. Alright. Get new mower. I think we're going to go with the Crone, maybe. We have the Vicon. I think we'll hang on to that, but the Crone, it's kind of a dedicated thing. I didn't even buy 2 of those. You know what? Because I'm filthy rich, I'm gonna. Alright. We got mowers, Fuzzy. There's not a PTO on the back of this, is there? Nope. Okay, they did plant some onions over there in that field. Yeah, nice quiet cab. Really quiet machine, to be honest. But it'll work. It'll come out handy when you're getting in here in these kind of snugger spots to mow. Plus we can use those tractors that we have on the other mowers and use them for something else. Put it on the, put one of them maybe on the extra baler or something like that. Maybe a merger. park these right here. Right this way, right this way, right this way. 2 feet, 3 feet, 2 feet, 1 foot. Good. Close the door. Close the door. Close that door. Close that door. All right, back to the shop. All right, we need the MacDon. So we'll use the MacDon mainly for the dedicated grass fields and alfalfa fields themselves. So we'll get that. Already got the big engine on there. Michelin. No plate. Okay. Then we'll buy, we do have the mod where we can use the big hitter on this. So we'll get the big hitter with that. And then we will, let's see. Trying to remember in my head brain what else I need. Guess I could go ahead and get an oxbow merger. Let's do BKT. And then we're going to need to go ahead and start working on tractors, I think. Let me get us some more tractors here. So we know we're probably going to want this this T8 here. We still have 44 million. But we haven't gotten into our logging equipment yet either. So. Probably need to go ahead and invest in, since it's literally right around the corner, go ahead and invest in seeders and planters. Can't get this new vehicle smell out of my nose. If you're gonna have a smell stuck in your nose, you know, speaking as a healthcare worker, if you're gonna have a smell stuck in your nose, it needs to be either new vehicle, pizza, or like a leather smell, I would say. Or well, I'll say ice cream parlor too. Love the smell of an ice cream parlor. You walk in there and you're smelling all 31 flavors. Ooh. Ain't nothing better in the world. Pizza parlor, ice cream parlor, cookie parlor, breakfast parlor, you know, pretty much all your parlors that relate, I guess, to food. Think this will fit? Dude, look at that, like a glove. Perfect. Alright, and then if we wanted to park something small right here, we could. Alright, I'll bring this other chrome baler down there. I guess we could park the chrome balers right there in that small spot. That would be a good spot for them. Just back them in right there. Oh, you know what? It might make sense to go ahead and get some additive for these. Go ahead and... Matter of fact, I think there might be some sitting over there. Oh, or I'm gonna hit it with the thing. Good thing I ate my Wheaties this morning. Some more pellets. Cinnamon roll, yeah. Ice cream parlor has a smell? Yes. Have you never been in an ice cream parlor before, Big Al? We've got a few in the deep south here. Fantastic. as soon as you open that door, first off, on a hot summer day, you walk into the door. As soon as you open it, you feel the cold air like blast you in the face. Then you walk inside, and you've got all those smells of all those flavors of ice cream hitting you in the face. You've got chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, Rocky Road, mint. You've got your mixtures of like your blackberry, your raspberry, your strawberry, all the berries pretty much. You got the waffle cone smell hitting you. You got the caramel. You got the all that good stuff hitting you, and it's fantastic when you walk into an ice cream parlor. I highly recommend it. If you ever go to, trying to remember all the places I've been that's had ice cream parlors. If you ever go to Branson, Missouri, if you ever go to Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge or let's see, Mobile, Florida has some, especially around like Old Town or Kissimmee or someplace like that. I bet you there's a bunch in South Carolina too. Don't know about Mississippi. They probably do somewhere. There's probably more. Probably Google it. Ice cream parlors in the deep south. You'll probably find them all. But yeah, fantastic. If you've never been into an ice cream parlor, you'll love it. You've been in several ice cream parlors and don't remember a smell. You don't remember the smell of an ice cream parlor? Oh no, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard. I guess it's kind of too, maybe the whole dairy smell part of it too, that amplifies it maybe. But yeah, you can definitely smell an ice cream parlor. It's very you'll remember it. I think the waffle cone smell probably amplifies it too. Got one in Tampa too? Yeah, there's probably a lot around Florida. Tampa, I know Kissimmee and Old Town. There's probably some. You know what? There is one at Disney World over on the Main Street, USA. They have a fantastic ice cream parlor there. You can get the Mickey Mouse ice cream there. The OG Mickey Mouse ice cream. You're overdue for a visit? Yeah, find you an ice cream parlor. Especially when it gets hotter. Nothing better than an ice cream parlor on a hot day. So if you go to any theme parks, I bet you there's some at a lot of theme parks that I'm not thinking of in my head. But get to an ice cream parlor. Get to a pizza parlor. If you haven't been to a pizza parlor, and I'm not talking about like, walking into Domino's or walking into Pizza Hut, or anything like that. I'm talking about like a genuine pizza parlor. It's going to be one of those places that, is probably not a well-known name, and there might be some well-known names. I remember Shakey's. Anybody remember Shakey's Pizza? There was another one. Can't remember their name. I think Shakey's and all the ones that I'm trying to remember have gone out of business. But yeah, these were like genuine pizza parlors. I mean, these were really nice. So you go inside, and it's the kind of place where you sit down. They've got a red and white checkerboard table. They've got lanterns on the walls. It's pretty much dark inside. Kind of got like a dark wood or dark brick theme to it. Pizza Inns used to be this way. it's, you know, when they started modernizing everything, that's when everything just kind of went meh. Let's see, is this gonna fit? Totally fits. And if I decide to move it, I may move it. Alright, I'll just park this in here. Okay. So we've got a larger class tractor for New Holland, Case, and John Deere. Let's go back up to the shop. Let's see, what else? Guess we could get into our logging equipment. Back up here. So, old man told me about these. I'm pretty sure these are the same ones that I already had. These are the same size. I think one of them. Well, that's got the coupler on it. I wonder if this... I think this one's just going to be like a claw type machine. So this one should work with that. The only problem with that is this is not like the, I don't think this is like the other one. This is kind of like the thing you grab and just kind of guide them to the ground. Which if we wanted to grab them like that, with that we could, but I would say let's go with the Volvo. Because with the Volvo, you can get this thing on it. That thing right there. That thing, this is the one that will grab them. It's kind of like the Scorpion used to be. You can grab them, just cut them straight down, and then you can pick them back up and delimb them, and, you know, you're good to go. So let's go with that. Beacon light. We do not want the safety beacon. We don't want any peddling. All right, let's get that. We got to get the low loader to put that on. Hopefully we've still got the good one in here. I think it's this one. Yeah, I'll do the yellow. Or orange. Orange looks good too. We'll do orange. Design color. What is that? Well, that's the wood stain, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't know, I kind of want to go back to yellow with the other, though. Yeah, I like the yellow. Rim color, chrome. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll keep the plate on it. Now we need a truck that will pull that. Guess we could go with the big Volvo. We already have 3 of these. We got that new International Work Star. Yeah, that only goes to 400 though. This will work. Main color. Maybe we make this orange. Or Volvo yellow. Let's do Volvo yellow. Chrome rims. All right. We got a truck. Okay, that's that. There's those things. I'm gonna beat you down. Good morning, welcome in. Space these out. How do I do that? Oh wait, what's going on? Oh, I can make that longer. Okay, but how do I move the pedals apart? There's a way to make those wider. Oh, it's up and down. Okay. I'll figure it out eventually. No, stay on there. That should hold it. I'll put more in there. There we go. Fold those in. Alright, Fuzzy, you want to drive? Okay, he's already ready to go. Oh, go ahead. I thought you were in. Alright. Let's light this candle. We're heading up north. Make a right out of here and then turn right by the gas station over there. Head all the way down to the end of this street. Now, I don't think there's any overpasses on the way there. Alright, make a right here. And then make a left here. Take this road all the way up to where you'll see the road that goes off to the left that goes to the sawmill. I'll take this up that way. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I might have messed myself. Which way's up? I don't know. I think I have a concussion. Everything's spinning. Call 911. Don't honk us at us, Karen. Oh man. Good thing I ate my Kryptonian Wheaties this morning, I guess. Ugh. Okay. Here we go. Right under the power lines there. Didn't even snag them. We need to build another shed out here, but I need to decide what colors to use, I guess. Well, they kind of got the dark green theme going on up here too, a little bit. That roof's green. Yeah, we'll just build a green one. Kind of put it over here. Oops. Love it when I get a spam color. Seem to be getting more and more of those daily. Well, you know what? I may have to do it like this. Put it over on this side. Should do. Let me solar panels on there, and then which color did we? That one right there. You done, strapper? Need to put out the legs too, don't I? And then let's see, up and down, move that across. There we go. All right, you're good to go, Fuzzy. You want to unload it? That's why I got the load loader, because that thing is slow to drive. Good morning, welcome in. Alright, we'll get this set up to go pick up our next bit of logging equipment. That's a universal symbol for come on. So, we're gonna need a wheel loader and maybe a telehandler. Or we could get a skidder. Need a wide load banner on this rig? Yeah. I think that's what that big orange card there is for. Alright, so we need a good wheel loader because we're probably also going to use this wheel loader for doing the iron ore and doing the metal rolls over at the factory. So let's get a really good wheel loader. I think we're going to go with the L180H. Safety frame, sure. Safety beacon, no, we do not need that. Beacon light. Dual low. Single up. I'm going to do the single up. I'd rather have a single one up on top than duals on the side. You know what? I'm going to keep the plate on this because I'm probably going to have to drive this down the roadway at some point up there. Alright, let me get a grapple for that. Gonna need a bucket for that. Let me get the grapple first. And there's a good bucket. I gotta find it here. I think it's that one. Or that one. That says 5. No, it's this one. This one does 10,000. Okay. Alright, let's put ramps out for that. So yeah, put crap, I did the wrong button. Hang on, I gotta make that wider. There you go. Yeah, put that up here on the front, and then I'll strap that down separately. Whoa, nearly. Yeah, set that right up here. Bring on forward. On forward, on forward. On forward. On forward. Forward right there. That'll do it. Okay. Yeah, you're good there. That'll work. Alright, let's strap that down. There we go. That should hold it. Alright, you want to have another go at driving, or you want me to drive? Or you want to stay in there? Sorry about the mess you made there. What? What? Hopefully it's just potato chip crumbs. That's what we're gonna go with. Sorry about the mess I left over there too. We had a code brown situation. We rolled a excavator off the back, and then it rolled the truck over with the inertia. So I actually found they have these Simply Cheetos. I found the naked Cheetos, and they're basically just the regular cheddar type Cheeto puffs. But I found these Simply white cheddar Cheetos, and the ladies at work told me about them, so I grabbed a couple of bags and brought one home and took one to work. And well, when you work in a department full of women, two of whom are very pregnant, steer clear of the bag. Try to, even if you're the one that bought it, just use caution. Turn us around here. There's a safe. Do a little more shopping. I might come back and get a telehandler later. But for right now, I think we're okay with the wheel loader. Let me find. What are those under? Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so you have Trelleborg, BKT, really big Midas. I would say the Midas. Well, wait, what can you do with the BKT? Oh, you can put those on there. Price is all the same for these, so you go with that. Go with the kind of like the bigger Midas ones. We'll go with those. All right. Let's go load it up, see if it fits on there. Merged a lot of these fields together. We have some big fields. Why don't I put the ramps down? Well, I may have to put the straps on from the inside. Here we go. It's like, come on, let's go. We gotta go pick up a actual log trailer now. Gotta have a log trailer. Those tall, skinny trees to cut. You don't want to haul those one at a time. Some of those big crooked trees, like the oaks and stuff like that, we might haul with the wheel loader one at a time if they're close by. But most of the stuff that we'll have to haul in there will probably be these straight, skinny fir, Dodgewood pine, or no, not Dodgewood, Ponderosa pine. There are, I think there are some dodgewoods out there, but either dodgewood or dogwood. Ponderosa pines are the ones, you know, if we ever replant any trees, you know, ponderosa pines are the way to go. All right, let's see here. We have two types. We have that type, and then we do have the new, well, not new, but the old Schwarzenmuller down here. And the thing about this one is you can kind of customize it a little bit. Front guard. Yeah, that might be a good idea. And I think I'm gonna buy two. I'll get another truck for the second one. All right, Fuzzy, you can grab that one if you want to. Breaker 19, Fuzzy, you got your ears on. Yeah, your horn choices are come on, let's go, or hey you. There she goes, just walking down the street, honking. Hey you, let's go, come on, honk honk. I'm just going to pull these. I'm going to back these in on the back side back here. And when we do start this, we'll be ready to go. All right. Close this front door. And close the back door. All right, that's a good place to start. If we need to get anything else like a telehandler or anything like that, we'll do that. All right, let's actually go back to the house. Probably need to tab the other way because we need to pick up bales and we need to do all that. But I'm going to go ahead and get to April. See if they plant anything in those fields over there. You know what? Actually, I'm probably going to go ahead and buy that onion field. We'll just go ahead and get that. So they haven't planted anything up there yet, and they haven't planted anything over here yet. I'm not opposed to buying them with nothing in them, but it's just like this onion field, you know, it'd be nice to have something in it before you buy it. Okay. All right. We're going to need to seed in grass, but we can do all that in April. All right. Let's go. Got one more day to go. Let's see what's on sale. No, none of that. All right, it is April 1st. We'll give that a minute to kind of load up there. Looks like the crop growth bit is moving along there. And there it is. See it coming down that field right there. Darker green at the top, lighter green at the bottom. Load them up. And there's the save. Alright, so they didn't plant anything up there. And they didn't plant anything over here. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy those because I would hate for them to put a winter crop. And I think that's all they can really plant right now. Unless they decided to put in some late stuff. But I would almost rather buy it and put in our own up there. And then just go ahead and buy that. And then we can merge all these fields together and get these fields ready to go. But we need to mow a lot of grass. We need some grass. Matter of fact, we may go ahead and mow these two fields again. Tell you what, me and you, Fuzzy, let's grab the bale trailers. We'll pick up those bales. Find a tractor. Just bring this one up. Matter of fact, I think the New Holland is already on one. I think I parked it up here. Definitely got to get the plowing too. But I'll put this on a bale trailer and then I'll get one of the other tractors going on it. These are ready to mow again, so we'll go ahead and mow them one last time and then we'll plow this all together here. Oh, I got a pizza in there calling my name. Where's the deer trailer? I think it's here, maybe. Yep. Let me get those plows going. Where is this guy at? He's down here. I'll get him started over here. Okay. How did I hook up to that like that? Can you hook up to it sideways? That's a first for me. So all the fields should have the first stage of FERT down on them. Unless it's a field we just bought. I'll have to double check those, but got the first stage of FERT down. We'll plow these up. Check those other ones real quick. Oh, did they just plant something in that? Now those have, no, this, man, took a little delay there. So there is something planted in those now. Okay, green beans. And sorghum. Okay. So we got sorghum. Wait, why is there a... Did my plow not get the border? Oh, you know what? It didn't get the border. I got to go back and hit the border of that field. The plow didn't... I hired the plow up here and then I merged them together and I guess it skipped the actual border there. So I'll have to go back and hit that. But we're plowing down here now. All right, so we got green beans up here. Check the FERT state. So the onions need their first stage of FERT. This has got its first stage of FERT. It'll need it. And then this has got its first stage of FERT there. So let's buy the sorghum field. And then there was only one left. The absolute last field, not the last property. Technically, I think that's the last property. Save. I think that's the last property. I don't see any more. Not that there's not any teeny tiny ones, small ones out there hiding from me, but I think we own all the properties that we can. So this is the last field that we can buy. Monopoly! Woohoo! Alright. So we're plowing there. He's plowing there. I need to bring that and pick up bales. Let me go get the New Holland T8. I'll put it on the other plow. Brand new T8. I can foresee us mowing a lot in the near future. We gotta plant soybeans and corn. We're gonna do a lot of corn. This field north of the farm up here, this big one, gonna do corn in it. And then probably gonna do soybeans in these big fields down here. Maybe in the big one up north of there. I haven't decided yet. Ain't nothing wrong with beans. There's money in beans. But then, yeah, we gotta mow. So you can see, I've mowed on this side. There's no more bushes. Haven't mowed on that side yet. So I gotta go through and mow all of those things. I'm assuming that the real mower will work on the crone mower. That's something I guess I need to test out. I probably should have. What needs plowed? pretty much all the small fields on the sides. And then around the border of that one field over there. Okay. I got bales on the east side, so I'll take this to the west side. I can pick up a weight on the way. Need to buy, what, 3 more weights now. Got 3 new tractors. So we will need a deer weight. Let's see, that is an 1800, and then that one, I think that one's too big. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is the one we have. We'll do a 1500. So we'll make that a Case IH red one. And we'll make a New Holland blue one. Alright, guys. That time has come. John is live now, so we will go and raid over to him here. So for those of y'all watching, make sure you tune in tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to spend more money. I guarantee it. Always remember, you reap what you sow. Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good one. Here we go.